What up y'all, it's TYR, and today we're gonna be talking about the A legendary again. We recently had a video talking about if Rayquaza could be the A legendary, and there's a lot to talk about for that. But we're gonna pause from that and talk about a different idea that circulated, and the notion goes like this. When you're playing Pokemon X and Y, there's actually a mysterious statue that was always in the games that we thought was about to be explained if we just waited a few months. But again, Pokemon Z and all never came, so the truth of the statue never came out. This is the earliest post I could find for it. This is the A legendary from March 31st. This is a whole crazy idea. So this statue is actually located in Dianta's room. When X and Y first came out and Smealum leaked that there were 3 new Pokemon, we thought this was maybe Diancie because it sounds like Dianta. So maybe this is the mythical Pokemon Diancie. Clearly that's not what Diancie was. This is such an unusual statue. It looks like no Pokemon we know. Actually, this is kind of interesting. Looking at it now, this part here kind of looks like the collar of Xerneas. So it kind of spells out an X, like the life Pokemon Xerneas. So this is where the idea comes from. What if this is the A legendary? And so I guess the story would be something like, after you play the events of Legends EA and you get introduced to the A legendary and all, you would know them as some kind of protector of Kalos and the events that happened back then. And so that imagery would carry on to 200 years later, where it's in the Pokemon League. They made a big statue of it and all. The statue being here would be proof of the events of Legends EA. This is actually a really cool idea. Now, if we combine this with our other A legendary idea, not the Rayquaza one, the one where I said it was an Yggdrasil. Okay, well, that I wanted the A legendary to be an evil Pokemon that had to be stopped. But if you made it the good Yggdrasil, the way it's supposed to be, this could be like a form of that Yggdrasil tree. Anyhow, it's a weird idea. We can't go too much off it, but there is something to say about this, which is that even though the post only shows this isn't the only statue that's in the Pokemon League. So you can have even more fun with this idea. Let me see if I can find the other statues. Okay, so here we go. This one's a little less easier to notice. These are 2 other statues, but they're in the corner, but they're very obviously there. So you've got this wolf one, and you've got this weird looking spirit one. So this goes with the idea, right? We thought these were Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. So the fairy one was Diancie. We thought this was Volcanion, and this was Hoopa. Why did we think that? I guess the names just sounded like that. Wait. Why did we think that? What came first? I'm pretty sure we already knew what they looked like. But it's interesting, right? Because to this day, these statues don't mean anything. And so, okay, so this one you can say is just a human. And actually, you could kind of say the big fairy one is a human as well. It kind of looks like it. But this one is it's clearly a Pokemon, some kind of wolf Pokemon, but it never existed. So to put it in the most realistic terms, it could be something like the fairy on screen would be some mythical protector of Kalos. So maybe this would be an actual NPC you could find in Legends EA. So if it's not the A legendary, that's actually a cool idea. It could be like, I don't know, we don't want to say Dianta's ancestor. That's a little too obvious. Someone's ancestor in Legends EA that could play that champion figure. You know how in Legends EA you don't really have a champion, right? You're the strongest trainer effectively, aside from Volo. This would be kind of like a good Volo that's wandering around the region. So that's also a really cool reason I could say as to why there's a statue of it. And especially in the Pokemon League room, right? It's like that's how much the Pokemon League respects that old trainer. You know what? I kind of like that idea better. I think I've really grown to like the Rayquaza represents the A on the cover idea, but we got to talk about that more. But going back to this, right? So that means the big statue could be something like old trainer from Legends EA days, and then this could be 2 other important figures. So I don't know, I guess their loyal friend and their best Pokemon, something like that. But yeah, between the A legendary and human, if I were to say what I think would be most right, I would say human. I think that would be stronger if you construct this Pokemon League with like an ultimate Kalos trainer statue there. But okay, that's my ideas going forward. Oh shoot, I actually found the earliest place this was actually posted. So it's actually from March 29th. It's this Reddit post. Let's actually look at this. Has the A legendary been in our face this whole time? I can't be the only one who sees this. It's A-shaped. It's in every Elite Four room. It's an unknown Pokemon, and it definitely doesn't look like Zygarde. It's also worth noting that it's shaped as both an X and a Y. Ooh, good catch. Bro, kind of looks like a moose with a gas mask. But it's true. What the frick? It looks like a moose in a suit. Oh, it's effed. I've ruined it for me. But yeah, so you can see the X like this, and then you can also see the Y like this. That's definitely intended. Let's see what the comments say. What if I told you the A stands for Arceus? I don't know, y'all. Legend, Zygar, Arceus, it could work, but they don't really need to make Arceus the focus of the game again, right? They don't have to make every Legends game about Arceus. It'll get old right after this game. You'll be like, bro, don't even make another Legends game. I don't want to see Arceus pop up again. I'd rather this not focus on Arceus, but it could. Who knows? But yeah, the poster of this definitely did make a good point saying that it is shaped as both an X and a Y. So maybe something like it was a trainer during Legends EA's time. I want to go with the trainer idea more. But it was a trainer that in some way maybe got both Xerneas and Yveltal's help in doing something during these games. Because it has the X and Y on it, right? You would think it's like an image that she's the holder of X and Y, or like someone who used them well. But honestly, like Xerneas and Yveltal don't even have to pop up in these games. I'm just excited to see Zygar doing some stuff. And Xerneas and Yveltal, it said they're sleeping for like 800 years at a time, right? So it does sound like they would be sleeping during these games, but of course, anything can happen, right? It's probably not worth letting them just sleep for the whole game. I mean, we're finally back in Kalos. Might as well bring them back in the action. So yeah, with an idea like that, maybe both Xerneas and Yveltal are involved, and this is some trainer. A low tier trainer, but on our side, that helps us fight the evil team. That's what I'm gonna go with. Make sure to shank that like button. Let me know your thoughts. Is the statue nothing? Is it a strong trainer that lived in Kalos once? Or is it the A legendary? It's time to talk about the Rayquaza idea more, so we'll do that next. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.